Hello everyone, join me back in the engine shed with Wellsbourne, and today we're looking at live steam injectors. Now there's loads of good videos online, you can find out how these things work. I just want to explain what I've been doing to diagnose a problem that I had the last time I had this engine down at the track. Here you can see the live steam injector. Here we go, there it is. And normally what happens is you open up the water valve just here and you open up the steam valve there, and the steam then pushes the water through into the boiler under pressure, filling up the boiler. The problem I was having last time is with the water open and turning the steam on, it wasn't really picking up, although it was slightly. The gauge glass was going up and the pressure was going down, indicating that the injector was working, but it wasn't very well, and it was very messy and there's lots of water spurting out. So I thought, right, something's wrong here. So I've had it all out. So everything from here, so the inlet into the boiler right at the end, and the beginning all the way off the top of the steam manifold and the water supply from the left-hand tank. Taken it all out and soaked it all in citric acid. Now there can be normally a few problems that I want to identify. One of them is air getting into the water, so if there's any holes in the pipework or any leaks here, that will stop the injector from picking up. The other one is the heat. If it's getting too hot, and it can happen on a hot day, the injector doesn't work. It doesn't like hot water, it doesn't like being too hot, which is normally why you let the water run through it a bit first. And the other problem is stuck clack valves. I've had problems with that before, but no, that all looked absolutely fine. Then looking at the injector, I managed to get a little pin, and I was just poking it in the water inlet and just seeing if there was anything in there. And on the water inlet I could feel this tiny bit of resistance, and it's almost like a squidgy feeling really, and basically discovered it was about a sort of a 1/2 mil slither of silicone. Now goodness knows where that's come from, but it managed to get in there somehow, and it sort of fouled the whole thing. So I thought, right, I don't want that to happen again. What am I going to do? So if we lift off this, I've unscrewed the lid for the left hand side tank here, and I'll just get out to show you what it looks like inside. In there, if you can see, let's get the light. That's better. So in there, just down there in the corner, is the outlet, or inlet I should say, for the water, and that's obviously where all the nasty stuff is went. That's a bit like a plug hole in your bath. So what I decided to do is head down to a little nut and bolt shop just down the road and pick up some nuts. These are, I think, 6/8 of an inch, I think, on this one. And to make a filter, decided to get some stainless steel gauze. This is actually tobacco pipe gauze, and I think what normally happens is you take it and you sort of push it down into the pipe. But anyway, I thought that will do just about right, and I've fixed it on using some strong contact, epoxy adhesive, I think it is, so that it's going to act like a filter. And the idea is I'll fit it there, and then that way it stop any of the muck going through. I thought also, while I'm here, I might do that for the other way of feeding water into the engine, which is through the axle pump. Now there's a balance pipe there which balances out to the other tank, so that if you fill up one, the water levels out and it goes into the other. But that's also the way the water goes for the axle pump. So the plan is as well is to fit some on there. Now it's less important, I know, for an axle pump, but I thought, you know what, as I'm doing it, I may as well give it a go, just to stop any of that grimy stuff getting its way into the boiler, because I don't really want it in there. So anyway, the next point will be just to steam her up at some point, and just to make sure that this injector hopefully is nice and happy now. Anyway, cheerio. Leave a comment if this is something that you've tried before, or problems you've had with injectors, and see you next time. Cheerio.